pleasure to share some Torah with NCSY. And I think it's very appropriate, Parshas Lecha, to our current matzav situation in Eretz Yisrael. What greater parsha in the entire Torah? How many Jews throughout the world are only thinking about, and they ran to Eretz Yisrael. They're running. What's the message? What's the take-home message for us, especially this year? So we know that Rambam tells us that the first test of Avram Avinu was that he had to leave his homeland. He had to leave, and he had to go to Eretz Yisrael. He didn't know what was going to wait him for. And actually, when he got to Eretz Yisrael, what was there? A famine. And he didn't ask questions, and he just went up with great bitachon. And the Bas Ayin quotes this Rambam, and the Bas Ayin says, what was the difficult nisayon and test of Avram Avinu? It was certainly difficult for Avram to leave his birthplace and his father's home where he was raised. But you know what helped him through? And he didn't know where he was going, and helped him get through the famine, and then his wife being taken away. It just got worse and worse and worse. Says the Bas Ayin, it was his bitachon. It was his trust in Hashem. Says the Bas Ayin, how old was Avram Avinu when he went? How old was Avram Avinu when he left? He was 75 years old. 75 years old. Why Dafka 75? Because Gematria of 75 is bitachon. To be a Ben Avraham, which is every Jew nowadays, for the whole history of time. But now, in Tafshin Pei Dal, with what we just saw in Eretz Yisrael, and our hearts are broken, and we're with them every single minute, every single day, we can only live with it. There's no other way to explain it. It's only with bitachon. Rav Biderman quotes this Rav Yehuda Diner, who says the gematria of Ma Yiyeh, right? So some of us are asking, Ma Yiyeh, what's going to be? What's going to be with the 1,400 Rachmana Litzlan killed? Or what's going to be with the thousands wounded? What's going to be with the 200 captives? What's going to be Ma Yiyeh? Ma Yiyeh is gematria 75, which is gematria bitachon. So when we have those doubts of what's going to be, that's as hard as it is, and it's sometimes very hard. Let's hold on tight. Avram Avinu, every single one of us have Avram Avinu. We're the children of Bnei Avram, the Magin of Ram. We have the shield of Avram within us. Let's tap into that bitachon. And I'll just end off with this. The Eish Kodesh, his yard set is today. This taping on Dal Cheshvan. The Eish Kodesh writes in Parashat Shalach, 1940, and he says, Klal Yisrael said before they were going to Yisrael, Olo Nalo, we're going to do this. We got this. How is that an answer to the giants? Olo no, we got this. Said the Eish Kodesh. Yoshua and Kalev were telling them, Allah Nala, stop thinking with your head, with your seichel, how this is going to work out, how that's going to work out. Emunah is l'mala min hateva. And then when a person has a lack of emunah, that the Eish Kodesh writes this down, he says that actually you hold the Yeshua from coming. Right? Emunah bitachon is a pipeline. It gives you reward. When a person has the simple faith, emunah pshuta, that Rabbi Nachman talks all about, it says the Eish Kodesh, you bring down the tremendous Yeshua in your life. Eish Kodesh was saying, Kalev was telling, although Nala, we're going to go conquer it. How? Doesn't matter how. Not with our seichel, with our heart, and with our neshama, or the emunah bitachon. Where did we get this from? Where did Kalev and Yeshua get this from? We got it from Avram Avinu. From that first test of Lecha, when Avram was 75 years old. And he went, and he left. When he got to Israel, things got worse. And yet, he held on tight, held on to the bonus shalom. Even if it's Ma Yiyeh, it's bitachon. Lecha, Yeshuas, Nechamos, Fuos, and the ultimate Yeshua of Mashiach Tzidkenu Be'ez Hashem.